What's up, guys? So this video is going to be completely different. I wanted to do more of a shop update vlog style video. It was such a gorgeous day out today. I'm right outside of Tampa, Florida. The weather's finally started to come down and it's in the probably high 80s, low 90s, but it's just so much less humid. I can actually get and walk around and not be sweating my ass off. So let's go ahead and start talking about what cars we have at the shop, what the plans are, and what other vehicles I have and what's going to happen with those. So let's start with the 1995 Mercedes S500, probably one of the first major cars I had for this channel. Picked it up almost 2 years ago, and it was a second owner car. The first owner had it for the first 20,000 miles, and then the gentleman who bought it passed it on to his father, who was 6'5" and just absolutely loved the way this car drove, but knew nothing about properly maintaining a Mercedes. He did the oil changes, the brakes, the etc. But when it came to electrical and stuff like that, he just didn't want to drop the money. I don't blame him. Now the car is completely dirty because I was daily driving it and recently kind of took it off the road. And the goal was to possibly complete everything and sell it, or keep it, because I've just absolutely one of my favorite cars of all times. It's black on black with the reclining rear seats. And what I mean by finish this, let's go ahead and talk about what needs to be done. So if you guys are OG subscribers, you would have remembered the video I did where I painted the trunk. Now I painted the trunk and it came out really good. I did it with Rust-Oleum spray paint, and you can see, especially since it's not clean, that it is a slightly different color. When I wash and wax this, you can barely tell the difference in the tones there, but since it's dirty, it does not have a clear coat on it, it does get a little hazy. Now after doing that, I found that the color, that the paint that I used from Rust-Oleum was not their deepest black, and I found one that actually matched perfectly, and now this new turbo paint is what I'm thinking is going to match perfectly, as well as allow me to paint this properly. So the next step I did was actually paint these, and I did just your standard Rust-Oleum clear coat on them, and honestly they came out great. The paint matched. I had a few runs here and there, and so I decided that what I was going to do was, after testing out different panels, we need to still do the front bumper. So I'm going to basically go with the turbo paint. We're going to re-wet sand all of this, and then we're going to 2K clear it, and we're going to do the trunk and these bottom panels all the way around. Now the reason why this one is probably going for sale is because of the V12 over here. A lot of you guys might not know about this car. I've only done a couple videos on it, but we found out a lot about this car, being that it's a very rare version of the sc300, because it's not an American spec car. If you guys can tell, it's not a long base. So it's a short wheelbase sc300 from 1996, and it has a lot of things that the American specs don't have, and the car's in really good shape. It's not perfect by any means. It does have that really nice Alcantara headliner. It's missing some plastic things here and there. The dash is in great shape. Steering wheel's in great shape, actually, underneath this cover, and the seats are in okay shape. You can see normal wear there. Obviously this was Xavier's daily driver before we made a trade for the sc300. And you can see here, now the great thing about this is it has a lot of the things that the black car had, that the reason why I bought that black car, like the reclining rear seats, but it's got a V12. So it's that next level car. The concept, that idea that I had is I can get enough money from the black one to fix this one, because this one's going to need bodywork paint. And then if you guys hadn't watched the video where the transmission was gushing out, it's going to need some transmission work, whether it's the conductor plate, which we're thinking that's what it is, but we also think we might have blown a hose, or even worse, did some major damage to the transmission. So worst case scenario, the whole transmission will be replaced, and we found some replacements online. We found somebody who will drop one in for us. So this car will be very soon one of the main focuses on the channel, and we might even end up going with a really crazy exhaust. If you guys have been watching those videos out there with that F12 sounding exhaust, I don't think we can go that crazy, but if we can find an exhaust at a fraction of that cost that'll give us a similar sound, or a sound that kind of has that same screaming awesome F12 sound, we will absolutely go that route if this thing's able to be done on the lesser expensive side. Next car in line is the 190E, which will be my daily driver for the winter. It does not have AC, but coming up soon, AC will not be that big of a deal. We'll have about 4 or 5 months where I can handle early mornings because I'm on my way to work at 5 a.m. And it'll be nice to have a manual to commute in the morning from time to time. I will also have the other vehicle that I'll be showing you as another daily driver. So let's, this is being worked on. You guys are watching lots of videos on that, so I'm not going to really go into detail. Then we've got our 1996 sc300 manual, and this is the drift build car. On this video, we're going to go and put those rims on it because I got those back. If you don't know, I sold the car to a friend of mine, the white one, so the one that we did Plasti Dip on. And the deal was I needed the rims back. They could take them for the time being, and I just got those back. So yeah, these rims on here don't have the best tires. In fact, one of them's flat, and I actually don't like them at all. And Xavier might be wanting to take these. So we might be doing a video on redoing these ones, just like we did on the brown car, and putting these on Xavier's. Xavier has the green sc300, which was that one owner one that we posted a while back. Go through the videos, see if you can find sc300 one owner car. That was an awesome video where we went out to a farm and picked that one up. And this one is well on its way to becoming a drift car. A lot of things are taken apart, but it's drivable right now. So I'm going to get these rims put on so that I'm able to move it around and take it for a couple drives. And we're also going to be doing this week a lot of stuff on the inside. And I'm going to get your guys' opinion. I'm going to run a poll on the roll cage because I need to know exactly what I should do, what you guys want to see. I've got some ideas. This is a car you guys have not seen at all. We're calling this the Mold Mobile. So this one I picked up from an employee of mine for almost nothing to flip, and we've just had issues getting the title because it was in his dad's name and yada yada yada. So yeah, we're just waiting on that to kind of go through. It's definitely going to be a car that's going to be sold quickly just to get some money for the shop. We call it the Mold Mobile because there was water inside, and I parked it back here. And being so hot out lately, it's grown mold on the inside, but I've been running one of those machines that actually kills the mold. So I'm going to be doing videos on cleaning this whole thing out and getting it safe for the road. Move on to a car that will absolutely be on this channel for a long time, and this is the 1963 Austin Healey Sprite. And this was basically a former race car. The guy built it to race in, and you can see, let me step back here. You can see how he widened the tires, did the wheel arches, and this thing's got quite a bit of things done to it, but a lot more mods coming. We've got a performance head. You can see the Weber carbs I put on there. So we're probably going to pull the motor, redo this whole engine bay, tidy up all the electrical. But we're first going to be dropping in our performance head, and we're going to be port and polishing that on the channel. And some of you OG subscribers might have remembered redoing that dash. So that's something I custom did. We put in the carpet and basically redid a lot of the interior stuff. We even put a panel back here. And I've got tons of parts that we're going to be doing for this car. So this one is going to be coming up soon in the mix. Probably my favorite car out of all of them, just because it's a manual, it's a classic, and it's gonna be pretty quick considering it's right around 1,000 pounds, and I should be able to push right around 120 to 140 horsepower after doing all the mods. So that's gonna be a fun car to take to a track. It does not have power brakes, which might be going in. There might be a lot of things down the road, but that'll be on the channel for a long time to come. Back at the house, actually let's go over here because this is the cheapest running Range Rover that I could find in the entire United States, and it happened to be right in my area. $2,500 if you guys did not watch that video. And yes, I've been driving this every single day, and we took it on a couple of vacations. Almost 8,000 miles have been driven on this car, 2 oil changes. It's been so dirty, I've been basically just running around with this car. We use it for the dogs. I haven't had time to do an update video. Needless to say, this thing is a nightmare when it comes to electrical. Every time I get in, something new pops up. It does have a small oil leak, but outside of that, this car is going to be mainly in the future for hauling the cars to the track or to car shows like that Austin Healey Sprite. Now back at the house, we've got our replica 1929 Mercedes, and if you didn't see the video where I bought that for my wife, she's got a 2010 550i GT. That's the V8 twin turbo. Amazing car. We finally got that thing sorted out. It's been in and out of the shop since we purchased it, and now it's finally running great. It was all cooling system issues that we had where it was just leaking like crazy. And yeah, I'll update you guys on that. And then outside of that, we have our 1986 Mercedes 420 SEL back at the house. That'll be on the channel for a long time. I've got some finalized mods. I want to, not mods, but I want to make that thing all original, and I want to fix any of the small rust spots. There's not a ton of it, but there are a couple spots from over the years, and we want to tidy everything up and get the AC working perfectly. Right now I've got it running. You guys might have seen those videos if you're older subscribers. Now, with all that said, like I said, this is total vlog style. Let's get these rims put on this car so I can move it around and we can start doing the rest of the drift mods starting this week. All right, guys, so got the rims on there, and I just took it around the block. She is driving way better, so definitely the issues I was having with the car going kind of wobbling in the back and everything was all due to the tires. But I am going to still change out. There's some suspension parts that were in the trunk when I bought this for that side that were put on the other side. So you had your passenger side rear suspension components that were put in, and I found the parts to the driver's side rear. So I'm going to be putting those in very soon. But these are the rims I took off the Plasti Dip white car that I picked up. They're from a 350Z. They have brand new tires on them. Just took the car around the block. I feel like there's something done to this car because it took off like a bat out of hell, and I was very excited to drive it. It was very, very fun. I was able to spin the tire. Now, welded diff is going to definitely be on the agenda. Roll cage, I'm going to be updating you guys a lot on the roll cage because I've been doing an insane amount of research and I want your opinion on that. But this is it, guys. So just a quick vlog of the cars that I have, update on where we're at with the SC300 drift build so you guys know that it's still in the process. And yeah, the weather's finally getting good, so you're going to see a lot more content coming out soon because I was pretty much dying. Every time I came here, within an hour, I felt like I was going to pass out, and now the weather's getting better here in Florida. So once again, my name's Pete. This is Pete's Carport. You guys have an awesome day, and stay tuned for lots of updates on all these cars.